Welcome to Caldwell County Today. I'm Paige Counts, Public Information Officer for Caldwell County. Joining me today are Earl and Nicole Davis. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
I am so excited you're here. You do a great program for a great cause. Tell us what you have coming up.
On April 29th, we will be having our 5th annual team-based obstacle course race. And by race, I mean you could walk, you could run, you could do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be fast, but it can be fast if you want it to be fast. But we donate all the proceeds to a local charity. And last year we wanted to donate to our veterans and first responders. So we've kept that theme, and this year we will do that again, and we will be purchasing professionally trained service dogs and giving them to local veterans or first responders who struggle with 50% or higher PTSD or TBI.
And I know you did this last year. Really successful with raising funds. How many dogs did you buy last year?
We actually got 6 last year, which was incredible. And unfortunately, one of the gentlemen wasn't able to receive his dog, so they kept the dog and they'll give him to us this year. So 5 people did go home with dogs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And talk to me a little bit more about your charity that you're doing. I know you buy the dogs. Who do you buy the dogs from?
There's a dog training facility in Tennessee Blue Line Shepherds and Fortified Canine, and they're run by separate gentlemen that work together, and they breed dogs, they do research, they do genetic pedigree stuff, all sorts of things, and then they also train dogs. And the majority of their dogs get contracted to go on, contracted with the government to go be police dogs or TSA dogs, or there's a dog that works in the United States Capitol. Like they make these really fantastic dogs and send them off to go protect things. So in the grouping of dogs that they will breed or raise or whatever, there's going to be some with different personality types, and some of them are much more like, I need a job to do and I will protect you and that's all I care about. And some of them are much more like, I like you and I would like to be next to you. So those kinds of dogs are really better for therapy and emotional support and those kinds of things. So the skill sets that the dogs have make them so qualified that they can do things that people need them to do. So all of the dogs are trained. Some of them are trained for specific things, but as we know more about our veterans, we can tell the guys at the farms to say, like, hey, I need you to work on this specific topic, or maybe a veteran struggles with balance, or maybe they have sight issues, or maybe they have, PTSD obviously, but the things that go with PTSD. And then we can teach the dog to look for specific things. And of course, the more time you spend with an animal, the more time the animal learns you. So as the guys spend time with their dogs really pick up on little things and help them out.
How do you choose the veterans that will receive dogs?
They apply, and we have a questionnaire process, and then we do some background checks, we do some housing checks, we do some criminal record checks just to make sure that they are who they say they are and that they have the background that they claim that they have. And then just as many people apply that can, and then we try to go through and pick the ones which is incredibly hard. How do you pick that? But it just depends on how many dogs we get, and a lot of times it happens with the order in which they were selected. So if they all qualify, then we'll keep them all, and we'll just do our best to raise as much money as we can to get as many dogs as we can. But we're shooting for 5 or 6. That seems to be a really good number.
How do veterans apply? Veterans or first responders apply?
They can go to they could just email us at LenoirNC at anytimefitness.com. They can just email us and say, hey, I'm interested in applying, and we could send them the whole application packet, and they could fill it out and send it back.
So very simple.
Very simple. If somebody says, hey, I know somebody that could benefit from this, great, give me their information. Like anybody that qualifies as a veteran, first responder, PTSD, we will look at them.
And we also ask the veterans, if they're not comfortable with having their name put out to the public, then we won't. We'll just state that it's a veteran and meets the criteria, and they'll be able to receive a dog. So if there's that issue of not wanting people to know, we will keep all that confidential if they want us to.
Certainly. Earl, I'm going to ask you a little bit about the obstacle course.
Yes, ma'am.
What can people expect?
They can expect to get wet, muddy, sweaty, and probably laugh a lot. That's an obstacle course race in a nutshell. There will be climbing, there will be crawling, there will be lifting, dragging, pulling, a lot of somewhat vigorous activities, but everything can be accomplished. Our obstacle course race is unique, whereas everything is team-based. So it doesn't matter how fast you run through the course, you're with the team, and most obstacles are designed to only be completed as a team. So you have to rely on each other. So it's not the fastest that wins, it's who completes all the obstacles. So that is what makes us different. You have a 3 or 4 man team, and again, we have walls, we have inverted walls, we've got monkey bars, there will be some hay involved, there will be
The farm.
It'll be just a lot of exercises, but as a team, they can all be accomplished. It's not super hard. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be at a certain fitness level to participate.
It's as hard as you want to make it. Anything that you do fast gets harder. So if you take your time and you slow down and you rest in between, like anybody could do it because they have help and they have their teammates. But if you want to run and you want to sprint from that to that, you will be out of breath and tired, and that's okay. So, we have some guys from BLET that come out and do it. We have just regular, average family members that do it. We've got all sorts of body types and physiques. It just depends on how hard you want to work.
That's fair.
But it's very fun.
Yeah,
it's very fun.
It's a lot of fun.
How much does it cost to enter I guess you enter by teams?
You can, yes. So if you go to our QR code, it has everything on there. It's just simple PayPal, and you just go on and it'll tell you like the prices of every ticket that you're looking for. So the big dog race, which is what we're calling it this year, which is the 3.5 mile-ish, that is $40 up until April 1st. April 1st through April 28th. April 1st through April 28th, it goes up to $50 a person. Then we also, this year we're having a pup run, which is going to be fun, and it's only about a mile-ish long, and so it's a little bit less intimidating, a little bit more fun, and that one is $25 regardless if you sign up today or the 28th.
And people can sign up on the day of the race?
The day before.
The day
Day
before
is cut off,
You just sign-
so April 28th is the cutoff. Yes.
And on the sign, 100% of proceeds are donated.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
Yeah.
The obstacles we build and have built these obstacles. We've had people donate their time and supplies and build obstacles for us.
And members of the community really step up. So
Absolutely.
we are very careful in making sure we count our pennies to make sure that we get everything on sale and everything as discounted as possible and donated where we can get it donated, and then anything that we bring in goes right to them.
Correct.
So you really are maximizing the dollar cent to
Absolutely.
to buy dogs.
Yes.
And approximately how much does it cost for a dog? I mean,
$3,500.
$3,500.
That's
Yes.
for one animal, for one of the dogs.
Yes.
So they're not cheap. Now, we have received a great discount from Tennessee Blue Line and Fortified Canine, because usually they're a lot more expensive, but $3,500 is a lot of money. So again, the more teams we have, the more donations, the more sponsors, hopefully the more dogs that we will be able to afford.
And also on your sign it says raffles, merch, and plenty of family fun. So let's talk about some of the raffles. I don't know if you are ready to talk about raffles.
Sure, we're ready to talk about raffles. We have a Sig Sauer AR-15.
Yes, perfect. It's a 6-hour M400 AR-15, 16-inch barrel, 30-round magazine.
Yeah.
It's brand new. We'll be raffling that off where people can buy a ticket for $10 or 3 for $25. We're only going to sell 500 tickets so that the chances will be a little bit better of actually winning this this weapon. It's in my humble opinion, it's a fantastic weapon. Great rifle to have. As I said, it's going to be brand new. Paperwork will all be taken care of by the person that wins after they get their gun permit. And then we're also raffling off a donated Walter P22 22 caliber handgun, slightly used, with 4 magazines. It will be 1 ticket for $5 or 3 tickets for $10. So all the money that we make from the raffles, of course, goes straight towards the dogs.
Then we'll do a 50-50 drawing, and then we might have some other just cool stuff that we can get from the community, you know, gift cards to various restaurants, or businesses sometimes donate baskets, things like that. So anything that we get that we think people will like, we will put it in the raffle.
Yeah.
Do people have to be present to win?
No, they do not.
No.
So we will announce all of the winning raffle, specifically the guns, but everything, the winning raffle numbers day of, and then we'll post that on our Facebook, and we'll give people up to a week to claim them, and if they don't claim them, I don't know what we do.
I think we do a live Facebook drawing at that point to where we make it live and then draw another name if that person never showed up. That way it's live and nobody can say that things were,
Yeah.
that somebody cheated.
But we'd give them a week, and they do not
Yeah.
have to be present. That's
Correct.
And if someone wants to purchase raffle tickets now or can't make it to the event, is that a possibility?
Yes, on our website, you can go in there and you can just buy raffle tickets, and it just, however much money you put in, it'll tell me how many raffle tickets you want, and then we'll get in touch with you somehow and say, okay, you got 5 raffle tickets, and they're here for you whenever you want to get them, or however you'd like to do it.
Or you can just come by the gym
Yep.
during staffed hours. Even if you're not a member, just come to the front door. One of us will, during staffed hours, will be there. We'll let you in, we'll give you the tickets, you put your name on the tickets, and you're good to go.
And there's some other people in the community that have some. Hearts Farm has some. Lenoir PD, the Sheriff's Department.
Fire department.
Fire Department. So there's some other people. If you go to different locations, you could probably get some raffle tickets from other places.
Speaking of Hearts, that's the location of the event.
Yeah.
So in addition to the obstacle course and the fun that brings, you have a petting zoo.
Yeah.
All that Hearts has to
Yeah.
offer.
So,
Absolutely.
and the petting zoo is going to be bigger. So like we're making it. She always has a petting zoo,
Right.
but she is like going to make it bigger just for this event. So the ice cream and the coffee and the desserts, and then Liquid Roots will be there, and then Anywhere's Fine barbecue and petting zoo, and it'll just be like a good family fun time.
It sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
And when you said the gym, let's go back and clarify, that is Anything Fitness.
Anytime Fitness.
Anytime Fitness.
Yes, Anytime Fitness, and we're located right behind Chick-fil-A, right at the Lenoir crossing, Smith Crossroads, thank you.
So you're right there, so if people want to come by, and when are staffed hours?
Pretty much from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. for sure. Sometimes we're there in the evening also, but it's that morning time that we're definitely there. But you could call us, you could Facebook us, you could email us, and we could come meet you at the gym just because that's the time you have. So that's fine.
Right. So lots of ways to get involved. If people want to provide an item to raffle or make a donation, how do they do that?
They can call us, email us. Again, it's lenoirnc@anytimefitness.com. If you want to get in touch with us, you can call our number, and we will get back to you. If it's not answered right away, we will get back to you. Anything that people want to donate or volunteer for the event, just email us, come by, or call us. We'll go get in touch with you.
What kind of volunteer jobs do you have?
Well, the majority of people we need to be obstacle referees, which simply means they just stand there and like encourage the people as they come. And then if they're like, I don't know what to do here, the person's like, jump over that wall. just go. So the way that we do it is we want it to be 100% completed. So we give each team a white bracelet, and if they choose to not complete an obstacle, they lose their white bracelet to the volunteer. So the volunteer is like the judge if they accomplish it or not, but they're not there to make your life miserable. They're there to be like, oh, you walked around it. You have to give me your white bracelet. And there's unlimited attempts. So you could try, and as long as you get through it, you keep your white bracelet.
Great.
So mostly people just to like sit by an obstacle and kind of provide some instructions. Then we need people who can park cars and registration and probably like the raffle table and stuff like that. So just bodies that are willing to work.
People that are willing to be supportive and encouraging.
And all volunteers get a free t-shirt.
Yes.
T-shirts are motivators.
I love
always.
t-shirts.
Yes.
These are
Yes.
these are our t-shirts from last year, and they're like super cool. And the ones this year are going to be really good too.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to be very good.
Yeah.
And Nicole designs all the t-shirts. She designed this one.
Well, Second Amendment Apparel, which is t-shirt specialty on 321. He is our t-shirt maker. He really is very talented. Like I give him an idea, and he's just like,
Yeah.
you know.
What have we forgotten? I feel like there's something we have missed. Do you want to name your sponsors while we're here? I mean, give them a shout out.
Yeah. So Stat Incorporated, they have actually purchased a dog. So that's a big one. And then Blue Ridge has been one of our sponsors from the very beginning.
Great.
They have not missed a year. Fortified Canine and Tennessee Blue Line Shepherds are, of course, where the dogs come from. And then Second Amendment Defender Apparel, which is t-shirt specialty. They print all of our things. They give us a really nice discount on all of that kind of stuff because they know all the money is going towards the dogs. And then Hart's General Store. They provided our venue, so that's very cool. So these are our biggest sponsors. We have a couple more smaller ones, but these guys have really stepped up.
So anything, there are different levels of sponsorship, anywhere from the basic up to platinum.
Well, Top Dog is $3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's obviously purchasing almost an entire dog. But even local businesses, if they want their name out there on signs, it's $100. It's $100, and we'll put your name on a sign, and it'll be represented throughout the race. There'll be some advertising, and we go to local businesses. Everything is done locally. Liquid Roots.
Liquid Roots has been involved since I think they opened. They've been with us for everything we do. They always donate a proceed of their sellings. Like, they're fantastic. This is our first year working with Anywhere's Fine, but they come recommended from Hart's store. So, and he said he would donate some things. So like it's going to be a good community group project.
And the date is April 29th.
Yes.
At Hart's Farm.
Yes.
What time does it start?
The first heat starts at 9 a.m. We'll have the national anthem at 8:50, and then the first team will start at 9, and then every team will then go. I think every 15 minutes. We will square that away for sure. It just depends how many teams we get.
And with the race, you do not have to complete it at a certain amount of time. If it takes you 30 minutes, if it takes you 3 hours, it doesn't matter. Again, it's about who completes all the obstacles. As a team, you cross over the finish line as a team from beginning to end. So that's how we base our first, second, and third places.
So you gonna come do it? You guys could make your own team.
We can make our own team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're more the volunteer or cheerleader type.
You can cheerlead while your team is going.
That's right. You can encourage each other while you're
And we're
running it.
definitely the eat at Hart's
Yeah.
Creamery type.
Yeah, well-
That is definitely.
Well, afterwards, you'll be very
Yes.
tired and
I'll be
hungry.
very tired.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Oh,
Participants get a free t-shirt. They get a finisher's dog tag. The winners, first, second, third place for 4-man teams and for 3-man teams. We'll go back to that if you're confused on that one. They get winners medals, and then everybody gets a $10 food drink voucher that they could spend anywhere in this vicinity.
awesome.
Yeah.
and this year's theme, it's, again, the Shepherds for Sheepdogs, but this year's theme is called Got Your Six. So that's what we're trying to, to let the public know that we have the backs of our veterans and our first responders. That this is what we're trying to do to help them out in any way possible.
And it's a very appropriate theme. Very
Absolutely.
appropriate theme for this year. What about people who just want to come check out the event?
Yeah, we're like t-shirts for sale. There's gonna be patches for sale, raffles. There's food, so you could just come and hang out and watch other people run an obstacle course race,
Absolutely.
and that's kind of fun because there will be plenty of obstacles like in the main open field that you'll get to see a lot of them, and then there's a lot out in the woods and around the hills and kind of stuff. But you can, you could watch multiple teams go and just have fun hanging out.
We're going to have, I think, over 20. Yeah, it's over 20 obstacles total.
Yeah.
And they're not all necessarily physical.
Some of them make you think, like
Yes.
solving puzzles. Some of them make you use little tiny fine motor skills after you
Right.
just like blew out your shoulders on a low crawl. Now you have to like hold something very, very tiny and manipulate it, and people get all mad, and it's fun.
Thanks very much.
So if you're ready to be challenged,
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
and just because you may work out all the time, maybe some of those fine motor skills or puzzle solving
Right.
skills
Right.
may or may not be your thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We try to throw a little bit at everybody to give them something to be like, dang it, that got me.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, have I forgotten anything?
I think you've covered all the things.
Well, thank you both for being here, and thank you both for organizing this event and supporting our local veterans and first responders.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. And I think it's just more our honor to do it, our
Yeah.
privilege to do it.
It's our duty, really. But we need volunteers. Please, if you're interested, contact us, email us, telephone us. Donors, we could always use the money. Again, 100% of the proceeds go straight to the dogs, so please help us out.
Yeah. Well, thank you both for being here,
Absolutely. Our pleasure.
and thank you for watching Caldwell County Today.